I was reading here on the front page, it seems, and this is not the first time that this is happening, where the teachers are involved in the beating of students. We were talking about student suicides just a short while ago now, weren't we? Take a look at this. Made a mistake, not ashamed, says the UP teacher. What was this mistake? Listen into this. Tripta Tyagi, the school teacher seen in the recent video allegedly asking students to slap their Muslim classmate, said on Sunday that she had made a mistake but added that she was not ashamed of it. All students are treated equally, is what she asserted. How do you take a look at this? What is it that you are picking up from your papers? Because this is a story that has shocked so many people across the country. A teacher calling on other students to hit their Muslim classmate just sends a weird kind of chill down my spine. Muzaffarnagar school, where boy was beaten on teacher's order, has been sealed. Now, authorities in Muzaffarnagar on Sunday sealed a private school in Khobbapur village, where a 7-year-old boy was beaten by other students on instructions from their teacher earlier this week. The teacher, Tripta Tyagi, who's 60 years old, had allegedly referred to the boy's faith and talked, not very nice things about Mohammedan children. And she asked other students to beat the boy hard. The boy's family said he was beaten up for a mistake in multiplication tables. So, a mistake in multiplication tables led to his unfortunate, luck of being born in a Muslim household, and that's why other students were forced, and the other students also, because it's so neatly, embossed in everybody's psyche. A 7-year-old child knows that the other child from the other community is certainly wrong, and children are beating up. That's what's happening in a classroom. When we should be talking about climate change, when we should be talking about sharing, to talk about all those good humanistic principles, Varghese, this is what's happening in a classroom. And that too, your teacher, the guiding light, is asking you to thrash another boy.
First of all, Kabir, corporal punishment is gone. And it happens in rural schools, yes, but at least this has brought the focus on the kind of physical assault students face when they are not listening, or they tend to make a mistake with their education. Think of this. You have made a mistake with regard to a certain aspect, which is the multiplication table. Instead of being corrected and told that this is the this thing, you have been humiliated in front of a class on two levels. One, that because you made a mistake which could have been easily corrected and taught. Secondly, you're humiliated by being slapped by own classmates
in front of other
classmates. 3, you're made to feel as an other in that same classroom. You are not made to feel welcome. And when the teacher slaps at that student.
What a beautiful headline here on the editorial page of the Indian Express. Every time I sort of quote a newspaper, for good or bad, I feel like I must tell the viewers that this show is not about calling down a newspaper or talking highly about one. Just talking about news. It's a newspaper. A teacher's heart set. This written by Amita Mulya-Vattal, saying that Muzaffarnagar video is a reminder. And listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. The Muzaffarnagar video is a reminder that teachers, yes, they do come from society, but today we also need our teachers to challenge society as well. That is what's lacking. Teachers come from society, and you know what they say, that they're not paid well, but a teacher is a teacher. Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid said that there's never a bad student. It always is a bad teacher. If you think it's a bad student, you're wrong. It's always a bad teacher. That's what the Chinese proverb says. But today we need our teachers to challenge society constantly as well.
Well, we are having a group of teachers that are seeming to be quite prejudicial in how they are looking at their students, and this Muzaffarnagar teacher in fact talks about it, and I was shocked after seeing that video. And when the teacher says she's unapologetic of what has happened, it just shows that she is completely out of touch with what's happening when it comes to education. And beating up a boy for not knowing tables and then shaming him in front of his class for his identity is the worst thing that could have happened to that student. Just imagine how much of this trauma would be in him when he grows up. That is the big question you need to be asking.
Take a look at this.
And also teachers,
I
You know,
was
in a country like ours, just complete that. In a country like ours, we believe it like this. And for those who believe in Indian culture and think for them also. I was taught a very important prayer, a Hindu prayer song by my Kannada teacher. And I keep carrying it because it gives a lot of meaning to me. It says, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshal Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha. That is the level at which your Guru is above your parents. And your Guru is like a person who, is like Brahma who helps you to create. A Guru is like Vishnu who helps you to sustain, to see what is. A Guru is also a person who tells you to destroy as well what is bad in society. So now what we have is a group of teachers who have forgotten all those basic ethics. For me, that's the beauty of this country. In a classroom, I had people from various religions. I had various teachers from various religions. All of them taught me a good part of their religion, and all of them had that influence and profound influence on me. Now, this is the country that we need to grow in, a composite cultural system. But unfortunately, this division, this story, the moment I came to know what the unapologetic part of that teacher was also quite shocking. I think the government should take immediate action on this to prove the point, to basically prove the point that communalism will not be at the level of how children are going to be seen as.
I'm just going to read this one.
Because remember, this is a Muslim student.
Absolutely.
And a Muslim student like Abdul Kalam, he became the president of this.
And you know where Chandrayaan 3 today is. Anyway, I was planning to give you a surprise on Teachers' Day, but I got one myself. You dehumanized me by turning my friends against me. We are all your victims. Those who hit me on your instructions, and I, who was shamed by your actions and words. Miss Tyagi, it is bad enough that you don't help me to read or write. I cannot paint, dance, breathe, meditate, or even relax when you are in class. You have never helped me cope with anxiety or aggression. Because of you, I cannot express tenderness and trust. Why have you never spared any concern about the situation around me, that because of it, I don't know who I am anymore, or whether I even have a self to find anymore?
That actually sums it up. I think that sums the entire factor about it, like what's actually ailing our schools.
That's what we're trying to put out in front of you. So when I say that this show essentially is for you to catch a news pulse of the day, I'm not joking about it.